Welcome back everybody to episode 6 in our F1 Manager 2022 career mode playthrough as Dario Franchitti, being the boss of AlphaTauri. Got the Spanish Grand Prix up today, but first I did notice that we had not done anything with our scouts, so I'm going to put them on somebody. I think we will scout. We've already scouted the Aston Martin engineer at 84 overall, so I think we'll scout the Red Bull one as well, also at 84, if we want to have even drivers. So we will scout him. I think we will also scout maybe a better technical chief. What have we got? We already have a pretty good one, 78 overall, so I don't think there's any point in trying to scout a new technical chief. Head of Aero, we scouted the Red Bull guy, and again we've already got one at 78 overall, so I don't really think we need to worry about that. He's locked in for 3 years, so we're not going to worry about that. So really all we can do is scout drivers. We finished up scouting Sebastian Vettel and Valtteri Bottas, so I'm going to do what I said I would do, and we're going to scout Daniel Ricciardo. And who else could we potentially scout here? Well, since he's got a drive next year, maybe we should scout Nick de Vries. So let's do that. Scout Nick, and I think we'll scout maybe Théo Pourchaire. Yeah, we'll scout Pourchaire, I think. We'll give him a 30-day scouting as well. So 3 scouts on the drivers, doing Pourchaire, Ricciardo, and Nick de Vries, and then 1 on the race engineer. I think that will work out for us. Email wise, as we knew from last episode, front wings manufactured, so we can pick something else to make. So that's a list of our current projects going on. We can do a couple new manufacturing ones. You can do 3 of those as long as we get them done within, well, it doesn't really matter because this is 13 days away, so we can put 2 new ones on there. So we'll go do that, I think. Yeah, that'll do nicely, I think. We'll do nicely. Curious how the chassis is gonna be once that gets in. Should be okay, I think. It's not gonna be ready for Spain. I believe Spain is 11 days away, and we are needing 13 to get those. So what have we got? Facility, wind tunnel is still 25 days away. We got 13.5 mil. I wonder if we could potentially do something with that. I'm thinking maybe upgrading suspension, so everything's up to at least tier 2. So we'll do that, I believe. 7.5 mil, and that will be ready in 40 days. Operation facilities looks all good, 2 or 3 tier. And then staff facilities is all good for now as well. So I think I will catch you at the race unless something important pops up in the emails. See you in Spain. So we're just about to head off to Spain, and we do have a message from Fred Gill about an up-and-coming driver. Oh, there you go, being Théo Pourchaire, who we're currently scouting anyway. How's that for timing?
Formula One has cranked up the heat over Barcelona. The first Grand Prix held here was won by Nigel Mansell after a wheel-to-wheel battle with Ayrton Senna. But who will follow in his footsteps this weekend? Long straights and medium speed turns dominate here, but there's something else to watch out for at Barcelona. The air currents are strong and unpredictable, and they'll be giving aerodynamic components a real run for their money this weekend. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. What will happen this weekend? Only time will tell.
So once again, we've got what looks to be a dry race weekend. No rain forecast. We'll see if that is accurate or not. We did have to change out Yuki's gearbox. It was getting a bit low. I remember having that wear pop-up box in the previous race towards the end of it. So we have given him a fresh gearbox for this race. I might also give him a fresh set of engine components just so we can use the old ones in Monaco, where it probably doesn't really matter. So I will see you after practice, unless anything crazy happens.
Green light now.
They've locked up and gone straight on. Let's have a look. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly. Oh, and there's the lockup. That's the last thing they'll have wanted. That's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
Yeah, that's fine. It was just a lockup. End of FP1, and as you can see, we're second and third. Yuki seems to be much more on it this weekend than the past couple of races. Only a quarter of a second off instead of being closer to a full second off. I think in the last race he was like 8/10 behind Pierre. So to be 2.5 tenths is quite the improvement, so pretty happy with that. No real incidents to speak of. Pierre locked his tyres up, but other than that, there wasn't much else. I'll see you at the end of FP2.
Sounds like we've had a spin. Let's take a closer look. Now watch this. Lewis Hamilton involved in this one. Look at...
So once again, we are P2 and 3 after practice 2. The first run, Yuki was about 8/10 off, but that was mainly because he got held up behind Magnussen, who just exited the pits. So he improved a bit at the end there and is, 3.5 tenths behind Pierre, which is still much better than the last couple races. Pretty happy with that. Just, I believe, one incident in that session, which was a spin by Lewis Hamilton. Other than that, not much else to talk about, so I'll catch you at the end of practice 3.
Our race weekend continues as we head into FP3 and then qualifying. Whoever said every second counts clearly hadn't revelled in the sport of Formula One, where grid positions can be decided by thousandths of a second. The drivers competing today are amongst the finest in the world, but the margins are even finer. And as you can probably guess, there is no margin for error. Strap yourselves in. This is Formula One. Oh, big lock up there. We can take a look now. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly. It's a lockup, and that could be costly. The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
Bit of an error by Pierre there, just as he finished off his practice goal for this session.
Someone spun out. Here's the replay. Now here we see Max Verstappen. That looked like a very...
That was a weird one right in the middle of the final chicane. Max, a couple incidents already in the first 15 minutes.
Did somebody spin out there? Let's see what happened there. Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. The car's just gone.
And then one of the Red Bulls, came and spun into him. Perez is in the pits with Alonso, so I'm guessing it's Perez. That was a weird one. We got underfloor damage from Pierre's off, so it's taking 16 minutes to replace that. So I'll send them both out once that's done. At the end of FP3, we are sitting pretty good. Yuki's only He's basically being between 2 to 3 tenths off Pierre this weekend, so very happy with that. Unfortunately, we couldn't go second and third for the third straight session, so we have to make do with fourth and fifth. Verstappen looks very rapid, as you can see. He's, I think, topped all 3 sessions, and he's currently, basically half a second clear of the Ferraris, so he looks on form this weekend. I do wonder if Red Bull brought some upgrades, at least for his car, because Sergio is quite the ways behind. Mercedes might have brought a bit of an upgrade as well, because of course they do not, or the AI do not go with deploy when they're doing their laps. They keep it on neutral for the ERS, so we might be behind them in qualifying, and potentially Alpine look to have brought an upgrade as well, because I see Ocon and Russell are pretty much right at the same time. Good effort by Lando there to crack the top 10 as well. Bottas kind of languishing back there in P13, so the Alphas may be falling a little bit behind in terms of development, but I mean, it's practice, so qualifying and the race is all that matters. As you can tell by the lap count, when Fernando spun, he got collected by Sergio Perez, because they both only done 13 laps and 10 laps respectively. So there's a couple incidents. Beyond that one, I believe we had Pierre going off as well and requiring a replacement for the under tray, which took about 15 minutes, I think, which is why we only did 30 laps instead of our usual 35, 36. And I think there were a couple other little issues as well, but nothing really serious. I will catch you at the end of quali. End of Q1, and we get through just the one run. Got a little worried there. I thought we might have been getting blocked by, I think it was one of the Aston Martins, and of course Pierre did spin coming out of the pits, but overall 7th and 13th, and we're safely through into Q2, which is the main thing. I will catch you after Q2's finished.
It's a collision! Let's take a closer look. Daniel Ricciardo involved here. Oh no! And there's the crash.
Whoops. Mistake there by Ricciardo. Gasly goes P6.
We can take a look now. Now let's look at this. The focus on Tsunoda. Well, they've locked up. They won't have been happy about that. And that was a bitter blow for the team. And it may have really hurt their overall chances.
There you go, at the end of qualifying 2, and Tsunoda did not make it through. He was on a better lap and locked up going into the chicane at the end of his quali lap there, so he didn't improve. Pierre did, and managed to go from, I think, 7th up to 6th. So I think Yuki probably could have found a couple tenths, if he could have found a couple tenths. So what was Yuki? Just over a tenth behind Bottas. I think that was doable. I think he probably could have done that, maybe. He probably would have beaten Lando at very worst, so 12th isn't terrible. I'd have liked him to get into Q3 though, but you know, we just gotta keep improving the car for him, I guess, and eventually we'll be able to have both our guys through. So I'll catch you at the end of P3, and we'll see if Pierre can be right with the Mercs, up maybe challenging for P5. Okay, that was a really close session between Lewis, Fernando, us, and George, all separated by a tenth and a bit, and Bottas actually is right up there as well, further 10th back, so a quarter of a second basically separates 5 cars. So I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the race. If Pierre can finish top 5 again, going to have to battle both Mercs, an Alpha, and Fernando. So, and K-Mag didn't do a bad job either. Lando's up there. I mean, it could be a freight train from P5 back. If Pierre can make an early move maybe and get in front of that group and maybe hang on to the coattails of Perez and the 2 Ferraris, maybe we can do something there, but we could be in for a really good race. The only thing that could mess it up is wet weather, and I don't think there is any in the forecast.
The grid is packed and there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprises in that. It's race day.
Alpha Tauri did rather well in qualifying. Let's see if they can manage to achieve a strong start for the race itself. We saw a reasonable push from Mercedes in qualifying, and they'll have plenty of opportunities here to achieve a great result. And the race will be taking place under blue skies. That means the teams should be able to apply their strategies without any added complications.
Well, Formula One is back in Barcelona, and the teams have got their work cut out for them.
Right, so we're going to be trying the one stop, just the mediums to the hards, see how that goes. Hopefully a lot of other guys will be on the mediums as well, and we'll be able to hang with them at the start. That's the plan anyway.
We have beautiful blue skies overhead as the drivers line up on the grid. There we have Pierre Gasly. They're in the front half of the pack, so there's plenty of potential for them. The second AlphaTauri driver there. They're in the back half of the pack, so they'll need to work hard if they want a podium finish. The race start is mere seconds away. One of the oldest races on the Formula One calendar. This is the Spanish Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Thank you, Crofty. Let's see where we're at. Yeah, a whole bunch of us are on the mediums. See if we can do anything about it. Now looks like we just maintained position for now. Did Yuki gain any spots? Yuki gained a couple spots there, alright. So we'll go back to balance, I think, for now, and see where we're at. So right now, Pierre is kind of staying with Hamilton, Alonso, and Russell. Magnussen and Tsunoda had pulled out about 3 seconds on Ocon, but he's brought that down, and he's dragging Norris and Bottas with him. So the battle for P9 could be pretty crazy.
No DRS available, no DRS available.
Here's the replay. Let's take another look. There we have Joe. And this, yes, there, that's the lockup. And the team had such high hopes today. What a shame.
That can't be what the VSC is for, surely. Anyway, if the VSC is out, then we are going to conserve everything right now. Try and save as much car as we can. I will remember to turn those things off this time.
Virtual safety car, virtual safety car.
Okay.
We're going to ignore pitting.
We need a little bit more lift off, please.
Oh, we've had a spin. Let's see what happened there. Now let's have a look. It's Lance Stroll.
Oh, he took out his teammate. That's bad.
Charge off, good job. Copy. VSC ending.
Unfortunately, Pierre's dropped back, so we're going to try and push, see if we can get back into the range of those guys. Yes, he has. So he's back there now, so we're going to go on neutral.
Okay, Pierre, we don't have enough battery.
So he's dragged himself back there. I'm going to deploy with Yuki, actually.
Use deploy, use deploy.
See if we can
Okay.
maybe pull away from Bottas and K-Mag and Lando. Okay, Ocon has passed us, so now we just see if we can chill with Esteban. We've got 4 seconds on K-Mag. This is good. I think I'm pretty happy with where we are at right now. Verstappen is in. Alonso and Lewis are both in as well. But we're going to stay out. We are going to stay out. We're going to go aggressive on the tyre. It's all happening around here, so let's see. Yeah, they went. Okay, so Fernando and Lewis are going to have to box again. George probably will, because there's no way they're going to take mediums 40 odd laps.
And that's the lockup. Let's have a look. Now look at this. It's Pierre Gasly. And yes, that's the lockup. Oh, that's going to be a big blow to the team. Will they be able to recover? We'll see.
Yep, that's completely screwed Pierre's race. Absolutely dismal. Well, we're just going to focus on Tsunoda then, because he's going to be our main hope, since Pierre just crapped the bed. Yeah, we are going to ignore our pit stop, and we're going to extend the window, I think, by a good couple laps. Oh my god, Tsunoda, what are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Cover Yuki.
Let's take a look at the replay. Now look at this. It was the AlphaTauri driver involved. And there it is. That's where they spin out.
Our drivers are idiots today.
The team are really disappointed with that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back too badly.
Yep, that's completely buggered us up. Did Gasly lock up again or something? What the hell? They're on him again. Okay, we're going to have to box, I think. We're going to box now. And we'll pit Yuki next time by. I did take these off, right? Yes, we are. Okay. Thought maybe we'd screwed that up, but no, we are fine for that right now. In comes Pierre.
Copy.
So both drivers have made errors today. And we're stuck behind Albon. Great. Fantastic. We might get back out in front of Bottas. Oh, we jumped Albon. We will get in front of Bottas. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, the Mercs and the Alpines are doing a real good job today. We'll see what Yuki can do. He's not going to get blocked by anyone, of course. No Williams in front of us. 2.69, not too shabby. And he's going to emerge in front of Ricardo. Well, let's see where we go, huh?
That's a position gained for AlphaTauri.
Okay, so Tsunoda and Magnussen are fighting it out there. take this off here right now. How are the tyres? Tyres look pretty good right now. Lando's coming up to the Astons. George came out behind Valtteri, but is now right with, well, he's with us, so he's going to fly past us. Top three are in the pits. Pierre is trying to stay with Lewis. It's not really working. And Yuki is trying to stave off Lando. I'm going to go aggressive on the tyres for the rest of the race, I think. Oh wow, look at the top end power of the Alpines there. I think they're going to have him down the front straight, which is going to be annoying for us, but not much we can do about it, I don't think. Go back on defend for Yuki. See if we can hold off Lando. Oh, Science locked up.
Let's have another look. Science is the focus here.
Oh, we went straight on there. He did what Pierre did. Yep, has to wait. Cost him.
Was a bitter blow for the team, and it may have really hurt their overall chances.
He was probably...
Was that a lock up on the track?
Alonso locked up there. Yeah, I'm just going to go on
Is that a lock up?
neutral, I think, and we'll see if we can get all the way home. I don't think... Yeah, I mean, Tsunoda's already dropped back 6 seconds behind Lando, so...
Looks like that was a position gain for Alfa Romeo.
Verstappen has started his last lap.
Who's running wide there?
Where is Max? Has he lapped everybody?
Sounds like someone's locked up.
He's lapped everybody except
Next lap, last lap.
his teammate, the 2 Ferraris, and the 2 Mercedes. Jeez, that car's good. Oh, we have Latifi as a blocker for us. Sweet. This is for 2 points. Yeah, they're on. Don't hold cars behind. I think that's about the last spot. That Lando probably could do anything.
Max Verstappen over the finish line and today's winner.
We'll
Let's
watch
see
Max.
what happened there. And there it is, the Dutchman, Max Verstappen, has taken first.
And you can hear just how happy the crowd are for them too. They're on their feet.
Keep an eye on the battery.
I don't think Lando's got enough gap to do anything. There you go, P9 for Lando. Sorry, P9 for Gasly, P10 for Lando. Yuki is going to come home in P12. So, finish where he started. Eventful race for both of them. Overall, not too bad though. Pretty happy with that.
And here's Pierre Gasly. A promising result from him today. AlphaTauri did all right for themselves, didn't they? Although, of course, there's always more work to do.
There's no rest for F1 teams. Let's hope their hard work can get them closer to exceeding expectations in the next race.
And after this result, the team is 4th in the constructor standings.
For the next Grand Prix, make sure you join us at the renowned city circuit of Monaco. Prepare yourselves for one of the most legendary rounds of the season.
Okay, so the results: Verstappen gets the win and the fastest lap, for the maximum 26 points there. Leclerc and Perez round out the podium. Sainz, Hamilton, Russell, Ocon, Alonso, Gasly, and Norris, the remaining point scorers. Bottas just missed out. As we said, Yuki started or finished where he started in P12 there. Ricciardo up 4 spots, not a bad day for him. Looks like everybody did 2 stops except us, so we might have to file that away for next year around this place, but we'll see. Magnussen, P14, Zhou Guanyu, P15, Schumi, 16th, Stroll, Vettel, Albon, and Latifi. Everybody finished. Both Williams lapped 3 times. Both Aston Martins lapped twice. And as we said, everybody up to the Mercedes got lapped. So Verstappen was on it. Won by over 30 seconds. Absolute dominance today. Drivers' Championship, that'll put him right back up there. Yeah, he's only 11 points behind Charles Leclerc now. Gasly loses out to Lewis, to be expected. I'm expecting him to finish 7th this year. Constructors, we obviously lose a whole bunch of ground to Mercedes, and we also lost a decent chunk to Alpine, but we have a decent gap in front of them, so I think our battle is going to be with Alpine for the rest of the year for P4, and if that's the case, 4th or 5th. 5th would mean that we have more wind tunnel time, so maybe it's not a huge deal if we get passed by Alpine, but obviously you want to finish as good as you can, so we'll worry about that later. Finances, we gain over 3.5 million with all our performance clauses that we had there. I think a couple of them came in, right? So that's always good. And we have to pay Gasly 760 because he finished in the top 10. But I'll take 3.5 mil. Definitely take that. Front wing is manufactured, that's not bad. So is the underfloor. And our new chassis is finished as well. So we'll put that in the pipeline to be developed. And hopefully we have that for Monaco. I'm gonna rush through 4 of them, just so they both have a spare, in case they bin it. And now we'll just make a few normal ones, I think. The board should be pretty happy with us. They are. Fantastic race, strong credit to you as principal. Confidence in you has grown a bit as well. Chassis design complete, as we know. Underfloors manufactured, front wings manufactured. Everything's looking pretty good. So we'll find out next episode how much the chassis improves the car. And the next one, episode 7, will be Monaco Grand Prix. Always a crown jewel event. So I will catch you for the next episode. Thank you very much for watching, everybody. Have an awesome day. Like, subscribe. And I will catch you next time. Thanks for watching.